The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.
You know, there is it possible one of the great mistakes of the modern era has been made around our cities. There are increasing areas of life, if you think about it, in which the theory, the promise, the dream is not only not coming to pass, but it's possible it never will. The EV industry globally, for example, is in a major state of flux. Any number of large producers have not only promised to stop selling engines by 2030-ish, they've now realised that's not real, so they've had to backtrack, but also realise that all the money they didn't spend on the next generation of engines has been lost. Now they're going to have to somehow fill the gap. Renewables. They're in a similar place. Larry Ellison this week told investors AI is so crazy when it comes to power consumption, they're building a data centre that will require and be run by 3 small nuclear reactors. The world largely doesn't have such reactors at the moment, and it certainly doesn't have the renewable capability to run all these data centres. And then to downtown New Zealand, Reform of city centres was predicated on several theories. Essentially, we wanted to save the planet while living like Europe. What we've ended up with is downtown Auckland, downtown Tauranga, downtown Wellington. All, if not destroyed, certainly in a state no one's proud of. As the bike lanes, the bus lanes, lack of parking has taken its toll, the businesses have closed, people have gone home, never to come back, the malls have popped up in suburbia and the CBDs are shot to pieces. We weren't Europe, aren't Europe, never will be Europe. Do we live in an age, do you think, where the concept, the illusion of what could be, driven by the bandwagon of the day, something the ideologues leap on board with no real insight as to what might actually be required for it to come to pass, driven by good intention but appalling planning, urged on by NGOs and the like who need a buzz phrase or agenda to keep pushing to maintain relevance or often some more funding, people who want to be on the perceived right side of the hot new trend, and it all comes at a huge cost. These downtown areas of tomorrow. Just when is tomorrow? When is Wellington going to be the pedestrian magnet, the cobbled hub? When does Auckland wear itself out with all these new outlets opening on Queen Street? When does Tauranga cut its umpteenth ribbon on the mecca that is the revitalised CBD, drawing fans from near and wide? Or was it simply a good picture on a whiteboard that will never in fact happen?
The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.